There are grave dangers to sleeping when you're on a waking night shift, because you are there to ensure the well-being of all those who are entrusted in your care, and sleeping is not an option. Now, I've got 3 stories to share with you, and these are true life stories that actually happened. It was shared with me by a colleague who works in a mental health facility. And this particular day, this individual was asked to go, look after this person on a one-on-one call on a night shift, which basically means that they were not supposed to be sleeping, because the person being looked after was a mentally ill person. And so this individual support worker was meant to be away to take down observations as to how the person was throughout the night. But somewhere along the line, this support worker was sleeping. And this guy woke up, nudged her, whatever he did to wake her up rather, but she wasn't bulging. And so what did he do? He unbuttoned her blouse. My name is Kesienaakwaraatie, a health and social trainer. A gazillion merci beaucoup to all my returning subscribers and my mentees. You guys are so appreciated. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement thus far. And hey, if you're just watching this channel for the first time, hello there. What are you waiting for? Join this awesome family. And how do you do that? You smash the subscribe button. Yeah, you give me a thumbs up by liking the video. And don't forget to click on that all important notification bell. So whenever I upload a new video, you will be among the very first to know. Freely connect with me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Care by Kes. And you know how we roll. I'll see you there. So let's get back to the story. Now, he was unbuttoning her blouse. She was still sleeping. Okay. And then he helped himself to her girls. That was what woke up the support worker. And she was screaming, trying to get him off of her. But he wasn't moving nowhere. He was helping himself. She had to scream so that others, support workers who were in the other rooms looking after the other service users, had to rush to her aid. It took 3 men, 3 able-bodied men to get him off of her. Now, that story or that experience would have gone 2 ways. He could have done something fatal to her. He could have done the other thing. And there she was crying, she was traumatized by it all, but that did not stop her employers from sacking her. Oh yes, she got sacked. Now the other story I'm going to share with you is one of another carer as well, who was in a living care, but on what they call the 12-hour shift, and hers was at night. And she went to this lady who she was looking after. Now, this particular client was terminally ill, so it was expected that she was going to pass very soon. And so the idea of having a care was to monitor her during the night and write everything down when she, when she was no longer responding and all of that. Now, this lady or this carer, fell asleep. I mean, because it's just her and the client. So there is the tendency, I wouldn't lie, to sleep. And so she fell asleep. And then sometimes around 5, 6 a.m., I'm not very sure now, she called out to this lady to nudge her. She wasn't responding. And because we are carers, we can't say they have passed. We just say that they are responding because we are not trained doctors or nurses to do that. And then she wrote around that 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock that she had passed, that she was not responding rather. And she did the protocol, which was to call the paramedics, inform the family members and all of that. Of course, the office as well. But the family were not happy with her statements that she passed at that time. And so they asked for an autopsy to be done. Now, when the autopsy was done, what did they discover? Because in this country, autopsy, forensics will dig out everything, will tell the exact time and everything that happened. And so they conducted an autopsy of forensics. And they discovered that this lady passed hours before the carer reported that she was not responding. And so she was asked, what were you doing between 1 a.m. when she reportedly passed and the 6 a.m. you said she did? She wasn't responding, rather. She couldn't say anything. So what happened? She was sacked. Now, that is also a safeguarding breach. Or should I say a safeguarding issue? She lost her job. And from what I gather, she can no longer work in care. What does that mean? It now means that her character as a carer has a question mark on it, and that is not good. It's not good at all. Now, the third story I'm going to share with you is of one of a care home, or should I say supported living home I used to work in. I work in a lot of their branches, and I have some of their permanent staff who come to my training sessions, for training, because I work for a recruitment company. So they come in there for training, for jobs, extra jobs, you know. So this gentleman came and I was asking, oh, what about this person? What about that person? What about that person? And then he said, oh, this one. I said, yeah, I know that one. He said, oh, they got fired. I'm like, what happened? How come? He's a good worker. And the part of God was that they were on a night shift again, on a night shift, waking night shift. Somewhere along the line, they dozed off. And one of the service users woke up, came downstairs, saw this individual sleeping, went upstairs, got the phone, took a picture of the support worker sleeping, went back to the room, didn't say a word. The next morning, the manager comes into work. The service user walks down, shows the manager the picture, and your guess is as good as mine. The individual was fired on the spot. Was fired. So do you honestly think it is worth sleeping on a waking night shift? I mean, drop your thoughts for me in the comment section. Because if you ask me, I think it's not worth it. Do not sleep. If you have a waking night, it is called a waking night for a reason. You are not to sleep. Not even for a second. So basically, during the day, you sleep. Have enough sleep. Don't go shopping or do some errands or whatever. Have enough sleep so that you are awake for the 12-hour night shift that you have, or 10 hours waking night that you have. So no stories arise, because it is not a joking matter in the United Kingdom to sleep while you're in a waking night shift. It isn't. And like you see the stories I've narrated to you guys, you could be sacked or something worse could happen. So please, guys, watch out for yourself. Look after yourself. Know these things. Like they say, knowledge is power. All right? And so until I see you in my next video, always remember this, guys. Never you forget that no matter what the matter is, you matter so much more. Over.